Alright, so the wall's coming along here. And you're going to lay a couple stones in here. And this stone, it's not really stone, it's mortar or cement with some aggregate, and it's not really strong. So if you hit it with like a brick hammer or something, it just breaks. So you really can't hit it like you can like a brick hammer. It's going to just break. So you got to cut these things. So a diamond blade works real good. So basically laying these things, pretty simple. You want to keep it level as you can. Laying these, all of them are not the same size, so it's a little challenging to try to get the right. You know, these are all different sizes and shapes and everything, so sometimes it's tough to get them in there. But so you're going to have to cut some. Now they'll tell you to do your corners first. You need to put your corners on first and then do the rest. But with here, if you put the corners on first, here's a corner. Say you put that there, you wouldn't want that. That would not look good at all, you know. So put your rock on first, then you put your corners on for this. Most times you wouldn't want to do that, but since this is so short right here, you should do that. So you're going to cut some of these pieces. Cut's pretty easy. And since you got a window right here, we don't want to put your cut edge towards the window. You don't want that edge towards the window because you'll be able to see that cut. You want it to look natural. So put that cut edge right there. I already cut this. It's going to go here. You're not really going to see it from here. And then this other piece I cut here, so you see it's completely different, but look, it's level right there, pretty much level. So my next piece I lay here. It won't be, this piece is too short, but I'll just leave it. I won't maybe put it right on top of there. I may just leave it up just a little bit like that, kind of level it up, because it's not quite level there, but it's close. So go ahead and put these on. All right, so the best way to do this, mortar's a little dry, so I'll spray it. Spray the back of your stone here, makes it stick a lot better. Take your time. It takes a lot of time. You cannot get in a hurry doing this. You'll have a mess. So put it on there like this. And I got two trowels here. This one seems to work better for laying it on here. I use this one for getting the mortar out of the cracks. You could use the same one if you wanted to, but it just seems to be a little easier. So put it on there like that. Get enough on there. You want it to kind of smush, you know, when you push it against the wall, you want it to kind of squeeze out of the sides. So, just a spray bottle, wet it pretty good. Make sure you got it. Once you stick it on, you can get it off, but it's kind of, you got to rip the mortar off to put it again. So make sure you get it on the right way the first time. Get it on there, just push it. Hold it for a few seconds. And they'll stay right there. You can even put that, some people actually start from the top down. You don't drip mortar down, stuff like that, but be pretty careful. It's pretty easy. I tried that a little bit, but what I found is it's difficult to keep it level starting from the top down, so I wouldn't really suggest it unless you really know what you're doing. So clean that mortar out there. And do this each time, because if you don't, forget, it'll build up. Then you gotta chip it out of your cracks here, and if your mortar's built up here, it's not gonna be level when you put your piece on there, you know. So take your time and get the mortar out of here, and also on the sides here. Fix that window there, and we'll wipe that off with some water. So, all right. So next piece here. Again, Don't get in a hurry with this stuff. It's not rocket science, but at the same time, you don't want to. And your house will be a mess while you're doing this because of the dust and everything and furniture, and we're getting furniture, so that's a good thing. So yeah, your house will be a mess while you're doing this stuff. So a little spray there. And that's a cut in, so we don't want the cut in there. I almost put it on there. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to turn it around this way. It's going to face in. You're really not going to notice it. The other thing with the cut ends, hold on for a second, and then make sure when you cut ends that you don't have a cut in like, let's see here, if you have, say, a piece like this, kind of weird looking, to say this is a cut in here, you don't want to have this, you know what I mean? You got to be careful of that too. So make sure your cut in just kind of blends in like it does here, so it doesn't really. But now what I'll do here, let's see. You don't want to do is get ahead of yourself either. I find that sometimes too. So take your time. It's going to take a lot longer than you think to do this stuff. So there, I want to put a piece there, but look at my lines like going straight up. So I want to try to alter this line. So I really don't want to have a line, you know, straight all the way up right here, you know. So I want to alter that up. So I want something that's going to go across here. Maybe not the whole way across, but just over that joint at least. So see what we got here. I'll see if I can find something here. Maybe we'll go with that here. Maybe something a little lighter. You got to mix your colors too, so make sure you get your lights and your darks and all that. So that'll be good. And I'll put that there, and then what I'll do is just cut a little piece, put it right there. So put this piece on here. Do that, and I'll show you how I put the corners on, which you can see I haven't done. Did it on the other side over there. Put that on. Not too heavy. They're kind of heavy. I mean, a little weight to them. The pieces are really big. Sometimes take a little bit out the middle there. Seems to kind of give it some place to go. So a little pocket there. So trick right there, make it stick. You don't do that, it's not going to stick. Just push it. Hold on to it. Once you get it set, it's kind of difficult to move, so you don't want to. You want to get it right to begin with. And it'll stay right there. Take this. That point really helps getting in there. You don't want to have mortar. You can see the mortar in the joints, but you don't want to have too much in there. Let's see. Sometimes you can just water right there. You know, just take a rag and wipe this off here. My rag went too. Anyway, I'll get that. And then so for your corners, obviously, like I said, first for the corners, you want to mix them in the color wise and things like that, you know, in big and small, big pieces, small pieces, colors and things like that. So, and also on your wall, make sure you put your big, see over here how that's coming out in some of the bigger stones with the smaller stones, mix them in. And some of your places, like you'll see a gap in between the stones. You come back later on, maybe fill those gaps in a little bit because you want to keep it level. Ideally, so like here, you know, you may want to come back in there and put a stone in there or something like that. But here's another gap right here, so it's yeah, it's you know, I don't think this kind of stone looks really good close up, because you see the gaps and you see the mortar and stuff, but when you get back away from it, it looks good. So put a corner on there. And you don't, generally if you had like a bigger wall, you would alternate these corners. And if you had a bigger corner, you would put this, like you alternate, like this would go like that. And then you would, let's see. Put like that, and you want to put something like that there. So something a little alternating big and small. So this is easy, just put these corners on. Come around there. So they're not going to come all the way to, this is not going to come all the way to here, but I'm not going to worry about it because unless you get right on the side like that, you're really not going to see it. But I need to put a piece right there, so I'm not going to put that on. Basically same thing, stick it on there. I want to put a piece right in there and spray it and stick your corners on there like that. So other than that, just keep on going up like that. So takes time. Don't get in a rush. There you go. See, I'll put that one right there. See here. So, and this is a different color, but they're also watch your colors that if they're wet, they'll look different. So make sure they're dry. 'Cause if they're wet, all of them look like they're kind of, listen this down, they all look kind of gray. So you probably want to make sure they're dry. Little water there, and cut in. You're gonna want towards that wall right here. You could do it even the other way there. You wouldn't even see it, see, because you're not going to see that cut in. But I'm going to do this, make it look natural as can be. You can just pop that there. Now see, it's a little gap right there. See, that's a little difference in height. So what I'm going to do, hold it up a little bit there and just push it in. It'll stick. It'll stick and it'll stay there. Just hold it there for a few seconds, and it'll stick. If it doesn't, need a little more mortar on there. Looks like I want to put a little more. See if you doesn't stick like that. Sometimes that's what you got to do. So that didn't stick quite good. Enough mortar on there. So what we'll do now, kind of repeat the process here. A little more mortar. Mortar's getting dry out a little bit. I find it mortar to be a little wetter is better. So now I got quite a bit on this. Really gonna. This will stick good here. So repeat. Spray some water in there. You can't really get too much water in there. It'll stick. And then we're just gonna push it on there. Hold it there for 5 seconds or so. Even these real big, it's going to stay right there. So that'll be good. So that'll stay there. And then I'm pretty much keeping level across. So I'll hold this there. And I'll just kind of put that mortar down there. Even some of these really big stones like that, you get a big one, you're like this here. Even that, you put more in the back of that and put that up on the wall. Just stick it on the wall. It'll actually stick. So it's pretty heavy. You don't have to worry about falling down though. So probably getting ready to put a big one right. I think maybe a big one right there. I don't know what that one or not. Mix that up maybe like that. I don't know. Mix it up. So other than that, so far so good.